Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charles here and welcome back to my YouTube channel where we do unbiased price action analysis. Uncle has been talking about that 604 level the last couple of videos. I talked about how that is the next critical fib level, and I mentioned we want to stay bullish above 600 because we broke that out last Friday, and that was a critical pivot high, a previous critical pivot high in early November that I was watching. And I've even wrote it in the Discord, guys. Of course, I wrote in my general leans. I'm still leaning overall bullish above 600. Okay, but for me to favor more upside, I needed to see that 604 level breakout, which is the fib level. And this red line right here, I'll change it to yellow. You guys can see, my goodness, SPY was struggling to break it out. It was still overall bullish, but we couldn't get the setup for it yesterday. Now, tier 1 members, okay, some of you guys might be a little disappointed because tier 2 and tier 3 members, they get a lot more from me in the Discord. But for tier 1, you only get the SPY analysis and the Tesla analysis, okay? Now, before you guys get disappointed, because I didn't, guys, this was like for the first time in like forever. Like, I wrote really nothing for SPY. If you go through the history of all the posts, I have a post on SPY. I post about SPY every day. But yesterday, I only wrote the morning thing at 9:25 a.m. talking about how 604 needed to clear. And I wrote nothing after that. And that was like the first time that's ever happened in like years. Because we couldn't get the breakout until it happened when? At 4 o'clock. It literally happened. The breakout literally happened at 4 o'clock when the market closed. And now we get in this gap up. Okay? Now, tier 2 members, you guys might be a little bit more happier because while I might not have covered the SPY yesterday, I was covering QQQ throughout the day because QQQ was actually giving us some type of movement. And the reason why QQQ was moving, well, you look at Apple, you look at Amazon, you look at Meta, you look at Microsoft, you look at all these amazing stocks that move. You know, even NVDA had a little bounce yesterday. That's why QQQ actually moved, and we had the breakout of the 515 level. We had a couple of breakouts of 515. You know, and I did write it. I have a QQQ room. You know, I talked about I have 515.5 as first support. If it bounces and 515 clears, bullishness continues. You know, and we bounced off my 513.5 level. That was early in the morning, right? That was early in the morning around 9:30. Bounce off 513.5, you know. And we try to clear that 515 level. All right, it was a battle. This was an interesting one. This breakout of 515 got us up to 516.5-ish, broke back down. But it wasn't until the 1 in power hour. It was around like the afternoon. No, not power hour, but it was around the afternoon that we had this breakout. And from there, here's the difference between this breakout and the other breakouts. It was this right here. And I wrote about it in the Discord. When we cleared 515 this time, it came and back tested the 515 area, and it showed buying pressure. So seeing that, I was a lot more comfortable being bullish. While the other breakouts of 515, it gave us a decent little bounce for a scalp move, but it didn't show much follow through because we broke back down the 515 level on the back test. So you guys see the difference in behavior. So what's the point of me telling you this? It's for educational purposes for the future. To know which breakout is legit and which breakout is not legit. If it's a legit breakout, it'll hold on the back test. If it's not, it's going to break back down, and they'll tell you to cut loss. But overall, the plan for QQQ was to be bullish. Okay, after yesterday's breakaway gap, remember the breakaway gap and QQQ's contact was bullish. Okay, the breakaway gap above the multi-week trend line. Okay, QQQ may be back in the trend phase, the bullish trend phase. How high can it go? From here, I wrote 515, 517 must clear. We got the clearing of 515. It was a bit of a battle. But remember, if the 15-minute chart is too loud, it's too noisy, you go to the 30-minute chart. It's a lot less noisy when you go higher time frame. 30-minute chart too noisy, go to the 45-minute or go to the 1 hour. But the lowest I would go, like I said, is 15. And if you think the 15-minute is trappy and tricky, the 5-minute, the 1 minute, 2 minute is a lot worse. Okay, but overall, we need to look at the daily chart, right? We have that breakaway gap. You guys remember, breakaway gaps in this context, it's bullish and it's showing follow through. For SPY, since we cleared that 600 level, it's been bullish and it's showing follow through. It stalled at the 604 level, but now we see we're getting a gap up here. All we had to do was follow the price action. You stayed bullish above 600, it paid off. And like I said, if we're going to get bearish, we need to see false breakouts, right? False breakout, at least for a level-to-level move or more. We need the false breakouts. We didn't get the false breakout, but can we get it today? That is the next question, because we keep getting new all-time high closes. Now we're gapping up to uncharted territory. What is the next level to watch? As you guys see, I have a fib level here, 1.382 fib level. 606.4 is where that fib level is. Okay, let me go to back to the 15. So according to the 15, there is a bit of a buying pressure around the 605 level. You guys can see it right there. Okay, right there. That's around 605 in the pre-market, is getting a bounce off 605. So based on that context, while the next resistant level based on the fib levels is at 606.4, that is the target. I have support at 605 and 604. Okay, guys, 605 and 604. If we are to get a pullback, both those levels, although they're a bit close to each other, but both those levels must fail. 605, 604 fails, we're dropping back down. Okay, this is probably a gap in crap, and that would put 602 and 600 in play. Now remember how critical 600 is. All right, it was a previous pivot high, and now we got the breakout. So if we are to get really bearish and favor a deeper pullback, we need that false breakout setup. We need 600 to fail again. Otherwise, if we're overall above 600, I'm overall bullish. We can get some consolidations here and there like we did the last couple of trading days, but as long as above 600, I'm going to favor more upside. Does that make sense? Now we go to triple Q. We had that consolidation. You see that white trend line, that multi-week down trend line? We had a breakaway gap, which gave us the breakout. In my opinion, that breakaway gap was the sign that we are heading back into the trend phase. In this case, a bullish trend phase. And since breaking it out, the breakout was at 510. Look where we're at now, 520. The power of price action trading. No crystal balls needed. You're just following the charts. This is amazing. So with that being said, right now I have next resistant at 520.5 and 522. That's a fib level. Okay, if those levels clear for whatever reason, then we're heading up higher, guys. I would not look to short unless support fails. As usual, 519 and 517. If those levels fail, 515, 513.5, and 512 will all be back in play. Does that make sense? Here is Tesla. Tesla had a nice little pullback yesterday, but can they change it? Can they change it? 354, 355, and 357 are all resistant levels. They must clear. 354, 355.5, and 357 must clear to put the fib level of 358.6 in play. And if it clears above 358.6, I'll favor 360. But there's a big chance a bottom could be in if we can recapture that level. Otherwise, you guys remember yesterday how I talked about the 348 fib level. Okay? I mentioned to you guys that the gap up, we cleared that important fib level. Well, yesterday with the pullback, we went and retested that fib level as support. Now, what did I say earlier about how to know when a breakout is legit? What did I say? Right? Remember what I said about triple Q? We break out and want to see the breakout level turn into support. Well, guess what happened? Tesla gapped up and broke out the 348 fib level, which is a daily chart level, and it retested it as a support, guys. So once again, as long as above 348, I am going to lean bullish on Tesla. 354, 355.5, 357 clears. That's bullish follow through, and above 358.6, a bottom could be in. So with that being said, if we are to get bearish, then once again, 352, 350, and 348 must break down as support, with 348 as the critical level. It's a fib level, turned into a buy zone. So if we break it down, that's bearish, and I'll favor more downside. NVDA, since we got the double bottom, since we got that double bottom, it's been bouncing. Yesterday we cleared another fib level of 140. If there is bullish follow through, this gap up needs to lead to a breakout of 142 and 144. If it does, 146, 147.3, and 149 in play. I cannot favor this being a dead cat bounce unless we break down levels that were recaptured. Yesterday we recaptured 140. We also recently recaptured 138. Those levels must fail if we are to get a pullback for NVDA, okay? IWM. Wow. It did manage to break down the fib level of 240.8. Once again, getting around that 239-ish area, maybe a little, like, what is it, around 239.4-ish, 5-ish, or right around that area where that red line is, okay? Once again, holding as support. It was resistant on the 22nd November, and it became support on the 26th, and support yesterday on December 3rd. That's a critical level. If bears can keep it below 240.8, they have a shot. But if they can break down 239, I would be bearish and favor a deeper pullback for IWM with 236 or lower in play. To cancel this out, they need to recapture that lost level. We lost 240.8 yesterday on the daily chart. Bulls need to recapture it today. If they do, and you're holding puts, cut loss. If you're looking to enter calls, enter calls if 240.8 recaptures to put 242, 244, and 246 plus all back in play. Apple has been destroying the bears, and just remember, it all started when we recaptured that 228.4 level. And I mentioned to you guys, we recaptured 228.4, a bottom could be in. Or if we get above 230, some type of bottom could be in. Look at where we are now. Are you guys still doubting the power of price action trading? This is incredible. As of right now, I have support at 240.6 and 240. Do not look to short unless those levels fail. But Uncle Charters, the RSI. Yeah, I know the RSI is overbought. I know. Okay, the RSI has been overbought since Monday the 25th. And since Monday the 25th, the Apple has popped another $8 to $10. Do you guys understand? Look at here if you guys think I'm lying. Look at this RSI down here. Oh, I can't get the arrow down the RSI, but look at right here, guys. Let me make it bigger for you guys. See? You guys see that? Right there. Right there, guys. See where I'm trying to circle right there? It's been overbought since Monday, November 25th. On the high of Monday the 25th was 233, guys. Apple is now at 243. Do you see why I say don't just go short just because the RSI? Okay? Price action is the shepherd. And if the price action does not invalidate that breakout, you see that breakout we had yesterday? We cleared 241.6. That's a fib level. If price action does not invalidate that breakout by breaking it back down, I would not look to short. Okay? If as long as above 241.6 and above 243, the next resistance is at 244.3. And if 244.3 clears, guys, we're heading up higher, 246.4, 248 plus. All right? Don't look to short unless we break down 241.6 and 240 to put 237.5 or lower back in play. Amazon destroying the bears as well, guys. Holy moly, donut shop. I have next resistance at 216. All right, if 216 clears, we're heading up high. 218 and 220 incoming. 220 being the next fib level, macro level, fib level. Right now, I have support. Okay, at 214, 212, and 210.5. Okay, anyone who longed the breakout 210.5 yesterday, congratulations. And if you made a lot of money, definitely consider joining my Discord. All right. But if we are looking to short, we need those levels that cleared yesterday need to break down today. 214, 212, and 210. If we break those down, we can go fill the gap around 208-ish or go down even lower, the 207, 205, 203. You know the deal. Meta. Now, it's so funny about Meta because, well, first of all, you guys remember when I told you guys Meta needs to get above 577.6 to be bullish? Yeah, that worked out beautiful. But it's so funny about Meta because I actually have a Meta update room. I haven't posted an update in this room since July. I wrote yesterday, I forgot this room was here. So I'm so sorry to everybody. I'm glad a couple of people laugh. You know, Uncle's not perfect. But around 2:55 p.m., you know, when I realized, hey, I still got this room here. I haven't showed any love. I wrote, incredible day for Meta. Okay. Now, around the time when I posted this, Meta was around 608.8-ish. Okay. It's around 608.8-ish. I wrote, from here, supports at 607, 605, and 603. No shorts unless these levels fail, especially 603. And I wrote, resistance is at 609. If it clears, 611, 612.5, 614, and 615.5 will all be in play. Look at that. We went to a high of 614, guys, after clearing 609. That was a beautiful move. Beautiful. But what's going to happen from here? Well, what's going to happen from here? Well, it depends on what the price action wants to do. But I do have support at 611 and 609. Looking the long above those levels yesterday worked very well for Uncle. But if it breaks down those levels today, this could possibly send Meta all the way back down to 603. Now, 603 was a previous pivot high, okay? Previous pivot high, and we cleared it yesterday. If we are to get bearish, that's the level to break down. Otherwise, I'm going to stay bullish on Meta above 603. False breakdown setups and breakout resistance would be my go-to setups to play. You know what I mean? If I do take any short, it'll probably just be a scalp move. Okay, but if it does break down 603, I would definitely favor a deeper pullback, possibly all the way back down to the low 590s. Okay, so remember, clear six. If we clear 612, what was it? If we clear, 613. What levels did I have? Sorry, 612.5. 614 and 615.6, more upside is definitely possible. And if we break down 611, 609, pull back that time, possibly down to 603 and below 603, bears take back control. Microsoft decided to consolidate a little bit yesterday, which is pretty healthy, considered the move it had the day before. Right now, I have next resistance at 436 and 437.6. If those levels clear, guys, the bullishness continues higher, 440 plus. I wouldn't look to short unless 435, 433, 430, and 428 fail as support. DXY, after retesting, you see that white trend line I got? It's like a that trend line is from last year, guys. Okay, that's a multi-year trend line now. Anyways, after retesting it though, DXY got a bounce. I have the next resistance at 106.5. It's trying to clear it now. We'll see what happens. If it does, 107 and 108 are in play. And if DXY starts popping, this could spell trouble for SPY. Okay? But yeah, I'll get bearish if 106.1 and 105.6 can fail as support. 105.6 fail, bears in full control. Coin. I hope you guys are having fun trading coin. What? It was so incredible. I mentioned yesterday that 296 was a critical support. You don't want to go short or bearish unless 296 fail. But if we bounce, you want to look to long if 297.4 and 300 clears. Guys, why does Uncle not have 10,000 subscribers or more? If you guys enjoy these amazing price action analysis / trade ideas, please hit the like button, subscribe. So, it tells me that you guys enjoy it and to keep going. It encourages me to keep going, and I love to keep going, okay? But right now I have next resistance at 313 and 314.5. If you guys want to look to long, those levels must clear to give us more upside. Possibly send us up to 320, 322 or higher. It will be incredible move. This stock is very volatile. Okay? If you want to look to short, supports at 311.7 and 310. If those levels fail, 308, 306, 304.5, and 303 will all be back in play. All right? This stock I don't recommend for beginners, but if you have experience trading price action, especially with Uncle's levels, this is the stock for you. DOGE, yeah, guys, I kind of cut loss yesterday. I think I got faked out, but better safe than sorry. Was able to make good money. Very happy, but I don't know. It was below my 40 cent level. I couldn't handle it. I cut loss, but then it bounced on me. That ever happened to you guys? You cut loss, and then the damn thing bounced on you, and you're like, man, why did I cut loss? But anyways, all we can do is, I'm happy with the profit I make, but all we can do is reset from scratch, okay, and just relook and see what the next setups can be. As of right now, I have this little trend line. It's been over a month, few weeks for this uptrend line. We got the third touch, which is where I got faked out. Yeah, as of right now, support is once again at 40 cents, and as you guys can see, there is a battle at 42 cents. Okay, so 40 cents to 42 cents is the chop range. If it breaks down 40 cents, I'll know, hey, I made a good decision, cut and loss. And yeah, I'll wait for the next opportunity to go long. But below 40 cents would be bearish with 38 cents or lower in play. Now, if we clear 42 cents, I may have made a mistake taking profits and cutting loss. However, you can always go into the next setup. So 42 cents clear, I would try longs again with 44 cents. 46.4 cents, 46.4 cents, and then 48 cents above. If I long above 42 cents, I'll probably I'll see what happens depending on how strong it is. If we go hit 44 cents, if I'll take profit or not. But those would definitely be areas I would look, but definitely would long above 42 cents. And I would be bearish below 40 cents and 38 cents. I would be bearish, okay? Bitcoin looks like it's flagging. Okay, not quite bearish. Look like it's flagging, which is healthy. It's incredible bounce to the upside for freaking weeks, man. Weeks. But let's see how long it's going to consolidate. Overall levels are the same, though. Okay, 93.4K is support and 98.5K is resistant. The in-between level is 95K. But yeah, 93.6 up to 98.5K is the chop range. We break that chop range, possibly get the next trend move, okay? But definitely I would be bullish above 98.7K and favor 100K hit and possibly even breaking above. All right, guys, that is my video for this morning. If you guys enjoyed it, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. It'll mean a lot. And if you want, join that Discord so you can get more content from Uncle Charters throughout the day. I'll be your extra pair of eyes. Peace.